Yo, people, what you telling me back again for another footy talk? It's been a minute, months. What you telling me, bro?
Nah, man, just World Cup settings, my bro. You know what I mean? World Cup settings. Can't remember. I feel like something dropped last week. That was a major talking point that we would have spoken. I can't really remember, but anyways, either way, I've been
Yeah,
alright, man.
apart from your manager getting sacked, but I can't think of anything else.
Was it only last week that manager got sacked? Was it only last week?
Maybe it was last week.
I've erased most of my memory of that. Let me.
Yeah, I think it might
Oh,
have been.
it was like 11. Yeah, it was 10 days ago, 11 days ago, and obviously,
Mm,
but that was the week of your fight, innit? So
mm.
technically. Yeah, no, it was the manager getting sacked, but I'm a free man now. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, I've been glowing a bit different. Do you know what I'm saying? That Mario Konate is gone. I would prefer to keep him, but he can fuck off as well. Outside
Mm.
of that, it's more the manager I wanted out. You know what I'm saying? Obviously the Rio news dropped as well about Bayern Munich. Obviously holding talks with Rio and Gomorrah. That's pretty much all I have left. So and then
Is there
obviously
any
the news.
legs in that?
So yeah, bro. So obviously, I don't know if you remember the source buying space. You covered all the
Mm,
Verts news, but
mm,
his thing got taken. You know how he had the buying in his name? He had to
mm.
get taken out. So he's called ITK space now. So he put
Okay.
out a piece saying that like there was actually talks, bro. Like there was actually talks. Not no personal terms got agreed, but that's
Mm.
only because A, the manager got sacked, and B, because Bayern's valuation and our valuation were just too. It was just too far apart. So
Okay.
yeah, so it
But
was
what they
those two
saying? The player
things.
was open to going though, obviously.
He was frustrated with the minutes he was getting when there was basically nothing to play for at the end of the season. And man only
Yeah, yeah,
started what the
yeah.
last
Which
two
makes
games.
sense.
Yeah, I think it was. I think he only started the last two games
Mm.
when we had nothing to play for from like how many games before that. You know what I'm saying? So, but the piece basically said that Bayern sensed the kind of like agitation there.
Mm.
And then they obviously tried to make a cheeky little move. You know what I mean? It's like when you DM a gal and she goes, "Sorry, I have a man." Why are you saying sorry for? Like that's I feel like the indication they got from Rio in it. There's
Yeah,
a
it's
little
mad.
sorry in there.
Mm.
So yeah, man. I think obviously Plettenberg went early, got it wrong, but yeah, man. I think it just goes to show that if the manager stayed, then we could have been living in a world where we're hearing about us negotiating a price to let Rio go, fam. Do you know how
Yeah, it's
mad
mad.
that is, bro?
Yeah, but bro, that's the same thing happened with Amarim and Kobe Mainu, bro. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Except Kobe's more established. Do you know what I'm saying? But it was the same kind of energy.
And Curtis Jones. I think you could throw that in there as well.
Mm.
You know
It's
what
the
I'm
same
saying?
kind of energy where man were looking at it and saying, "Well, boy, if this brother stays, I'm leaving," kind of thing.
I think, bro. I said this. I think most players. I think if the manager stayed, I think we would have seen Allison go. We would have seen potentially Rio go. I still say it. I think Van Dijk would have went, bro. I think Van Dijk as well.
Yeah,
I
but
think
this
I
is
think
why, yeah, like when we had the discussion, the reason why I said that I could see Slot leaving is because he clearly lost the dressing room. When Salah was coming out saying all these things, clearly
and
he's the mouthpiece for the changing room. Clearly.
everyone liked it, innit? Everyone was liking it. Former players even liking it, which is a bit
Mm.
mad. And I think, do you know what it is? I think we called it from early. I want to say I was one. I want to say I was one of the first, but I was very early doors. And you'd remember this, bro. I said you don't talk in free fall unless you're going, bro.
Mm.
Not like this. You don't. You know what I'm saying? You don't talk in free fall unless you're about to get sacked. It's like he was walking through the office telling everyone that he's never liked at the office. Fuck you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it felt like. Like the only other reason was to speak like that is if you're genuinely the final boss of narcissists. Like you're the
Mm.
final boss of narcissists. So for me, like I don't really look at like cool. I like Iraola. I like him. Me, I
Mm.
think he's a bit too much of a new plate to be at my club. That's just
Mm.
let's get that one out the way. I'm not one of these guys that's gonna sit there and go title challenge, title charge. We're back. I need to see a ball get kicked before I talk about any of that. What I
Yeah.
will say is that the reason that I think Liverpool fans are more gassed and they won't admit it is there more gas the departure of the manager than the appointment of the new one?
The same with Ten Hag and Amarim. I was more happy
Yeah.
that Ten Hag was gone than Amarim was coming in, bro. Because, bro, I didn't know enough about Ruben Amarim to be genuinely excited about him. Do you know what I'm saying? I was glad that Ten Hag was gone. So I hear you. That's exactly what it is. And anyone saying anything different, it's pure cope, like. You know?
Yeah, because like as much as it's good to get your play style back, Ten Hag had a great play style, never implemented it at Man United, and came out and said, I didn't come to Man United to play the style I played at Ajax. So I'm not saying that Iraola is going to be like, I didn't go to Liverpool to play the style I played at Bournemouth. But obviously, like, everything has to translate. It's the most important thing. Because if you can't translate, then no matter who you sign, it's going to be shit. It's going to be buns. What are we doing here? Do you know what I'm saying? Me, ideally, I'd have liked Nagelsmann just because I just feel like it's a bit more experience coming into a larger club. So for me, like, people have to remember, this is no disrespect to Bournemouth. Bournemouth are one of the smallest clubs in the Premier League. Like, see what I'm saying? So the pressure is completely different. I'd have liked Areola to go to, like, you know how he was looking like he was going to go to Milan. I thought maybe if he was to go to Milan for a year or 2 years and come and bring that to Liverpool, or even, for example, how Alonso, cool, you can say he failed at Madrid. I think he was sacked very prematurely at Real Madrid, but at least Chelsea fans can sit there and say he's gone to Real Madrid and he's worked around bigger egos than what he would have worked at Leverkusen. So now when he's coming to Chelsea, he's at least got a bit of grit now that he's at least taken in his experience. Not to say that I wanted Alonso, but I'm saying for Chelsea fans, they can lean on that. What am I going to lean on with Areola apart from the fact that he makes everyone run around a lot? Because realistically, Bournemouth play one game a week, and they was always ever going to play one game a week unless he stayed for another season, which he already announced he wasn't going to do. So you can't kill everyone if you're playing 3 games a week. You see what I'm saying?
You can, and you'll get loads of injuries, and it will just mess up your season.
You turn into Poch. That's what you happen. You turn into Poch at Chelsea. That's what will happen. You see what I'm saying? I don't mind. Don't get me wrong. After the season we've had, I want the man them projectile vomiting in pre-season because that's what you men deserve. But away from that, I think he's definitely going to have to manage that ultra style that Semenyo was talking about when speaking about the manager and how vigorous everything was, because the difference is the comparisons to Klopp miss out a lot of context because Klopp wasn't in Europe until 2017. Well, he wasn't in just Champions League until 2017. You know what I'm saying? He didn't actually get to the Champions League until 2017 when Coutinho, Mane, Salah, Firmino were already then in the team, established and playing. You know what I'm saying? So Klopp had come in 2015-16 and had a bit of time then got his full pre-season, then we went into the Europa League, then we went into the Champions League. Iraola is going straight into the Champions League, never playing a Champions League game, never coaching a Champions League game in his life, he's never won a trophy, ever. Do you know what I'm saying? So that doesn't mean I'm speaking negatively on the manager. I feel like I'm just being balanced with it. I love his style, and I think this style is very much what suits Liverpool more. But can his style translate in a team that is 10 times bigger than Bournemouth? Because you fuck up at Liverpool, it's not going to be like Bournemouth where no one's watching. You see all them blackout Bournemouth games where they drew 7 games in a row. You can't do that here.
Yeah, facts.
We finished
18, and I'm beaten in 18, and I think 13 of them were draws or something like that. It could be more than that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's impressive to not be beaten in 2026 with a Bournemouth side. That is an impressive feat, especially with some of the teams he faced. But at the end of the day, you got to remember, this was in the second half of the season. I think that's more impressive in the first half of the season when all the top teams aren't dying. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not dying, bro. Arsenal were dying on their feet. City were dying on their feet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to take away the credit, but there's still context to the credit. I think people don't always take in the context of the credit. You feel what I'm saying? So, I think Areola was always going to get a bigger job because of the fantastic job he's done over the.
Of course he was, but we don't know what level the bigger job, what level he's at in terms of bigger jobs. We don't know that until we see him at Liverpool. But then again, the manager market's so dead, yeah.
it's like he is probably one of the better options, if I'm honest.
He's one of the better options because of what's out there. But the truth is, what's out there is not good. And it's the same with the player market at the moment. Like, the reason why man are talking about 120 million for Anderson is because the market's dead. It's not because like he's this incredible footballer, because you're not getting 120 million pounds worth of footballer when you spend that on Anderson. You're not. Like, that's the reality. Like, literally 18 months ago, nobody gave a toss about this guy, and now he's 120 million. And I'm not saying that players can't have a glow up, yeah, but you don't go from remote obscurity to 120 million, yeah, in 18 months. You just fucking don't, innit? Like, that doesn't happen in football.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen in football, bro. Every player, yeah, that you would say is worth over 100 million, yeah, in football terms, yeah, you knew who they were 18 months ago. Even if they was in an academy 18 months ago, you knew who they were. Do you know what I'm saying? Players don't just fucking appear and just be 120 million pounds worth. It's an absolute rip-off.
Today they do.
Yeah, it's an absolute rip-off. Do you know what I mean? Even this Diamande that you're being linked with, and they're talking about big piece for Diamande. Brother, who gave a toss about Diamande 18 months ago? And now all of a sudden they're talking about 80, 90 million euros for this youth.
This is mad. And do you know what it is? And I made a video about what effect is this giving for football? Because me personally, I feel like these extortionate prices are going to drastically decrease the probability of these young ballers actually doing what they're supposed to do in ball. Because not all of them are going to have I don't care how much I cost, let me just go ball out. You know, like only like 2 out of 10 of them are going to have that in their mind. Yeah, they'll say they don't care, but they care. Rants, they care, bro. You know what I'm saying? And also, social media is stronger than ever. Stronger than ever, larger than ever. And there's so much coverage now. So when everyone makes mistakes, it's covered 10 times more than it ever has been. You know what I'm saying? Noni missed that open goal. It's everywhere. I didn't even watch the England game. I didn't even watch the game.
You didn't need to watch the game to see that shit.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't even watch the game, but the first thing I saw was Noni's miss. I ain't even seen the goals. I haven't seen a single goal from that game. And what have I seen first? Noni's miss. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that these players are dead. All of these players are somewhat decent players. All of them are. I don't think Anderson, Fernandez, Alex Scott, Tonali is in there because he's in the 100 million bracket that people are asking for. Adam Wharton, Diamande. I think they're all somewhat decent players, each at their slightly different levels, right? But for football, and I don't want to, obviously, yes, 80 million would get you Pogba at once upon a time. Yes, 70 million got you Van Dijk. Yes, cool. But what I feel like is mad cheeky is, as you said, these man, the time frame required for these price tags are getting smaller and smaller. Sooner or later, it's going to be 6 good months or 5 good months, and you're 100 M's. Sooner or later, it's not going to be a season anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Mateus Fernandes is a good player, but he's had back-to-back relegations, and he's 85 mil while being relegated.
Yeah, he won't go for 85 though. We'll probably get him for closer to 65. So,
how about this? It will probably be 60 to 70 with 10 in add-ons. That's what it'll probably be. And look at Krupi. Yeah, I think Krupi is certified, or like what Glossy said. But Anderson's the one for me that one irks me, because with Anderson, I generally believe Anderson is a good player. You know what I mean? He's a good player. In fact, how about this? He's a very good player. But there's a difference between, like, for me, Rice ain't even worth 100 million, and he's now a Premier League winner. And he still ain't worth 100 million in my eyes. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, and even when Rice was bought for 100 million, Rants, he'd come off the back of winning a trophy. For a club that hasn't won a trophy in God knows how long. You see what I'm saying? Like, people didn't like this when I said this yesterday. How far away from Kobe Mainu is Anderson, and how far away from Curtis Jones is Anderson? Just ability-wise, I want you to let me know. Ability-wise. What's the difference? The one who's 130 million can cover more ground? Is that the difference?
That is the difference because he ain't better than Kobe. So it is what it is. But put it this way: there's a reason why Kobe started the final for England, and my man, this is his first tournament.
This is what I'm saying, and this again, it's gonna sound
So
like I'm
how can he be worth 120 million? But this is my point because bro, this guy wasn't getting in England squads. So how all of a sudden can he be worth 120 million? That doesn't make no sense, bro. Like if you just use basic arithmetic, how the fuck can he be worth 120 million? Because if he's worth 120 million, that means Kobe's worth 130.
Bro, this is my point,
140 then. Do you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't make no sense. And this is why I said I don't want Anderson at Man United because, bro, when I'm looking at his age, and his profile, bro, he's a similar age to Kobe, maybe just a bit older, He's older than Kobe with less experience, but costs way more money. Like, how the fuck does that even make sense? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how can you be older with less experience and cost more, bro? Like, in football, that doesn't make sense. Usually, the more experienced player that's played at the higher level has won more, has done more, and the younger ones usually cost more money. So how the fuck did he become 120 million? Like, how? Like, how? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's no logic behind it. Do you know what I'm saying? So
this is
it
where
is what it is. Why? He runs more. So what, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? So what, bro?
This is my thing. Like, okay, cool. This sounds stupid, but I don't think Anderson's more technical than Curtis Jones.
Brother, he's not more technical than Alex Scott, bro. Go get me Alex Scott. That's all I'm saying.
You see what I'm saying? Obviously, listen, being a technician doesn't warrant your price tag. I understand that.
No, it doesn't. But at the end of the day, you have to base the price point on something, innit? Like, he's got an incredible engine, Anderson. He's got a great engine. But, bro, like, people are overhyping him now, bro. He's a player that I rate. You know what I mean? But
I rate Anderson. I rate him.
He's got a good technical level and he's very industrious. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he is. He's a technical workhorse, innit? But he's a technical workhorse, though. That's what he is. He's a technical workhorse, bro. He works really, really hard, and he's technical as well. Like, he's not a top level technician, but he's technical. Do you know what I'm saying? Strong. Yeah, like man said, he's a Timu Gerrard. That's exactly what he is. Without the goals,
without the bangers.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. It's a Gerrard. Like I said, it's a Gerrard kind of profile, but without the numbers.
And even then, he's still not as brick wallish as Rice, Gerrard, Tonali. You know them brick wall type of players where, like, if you punch them, you hurt your hand.
Yeah.
He doesn't even strike me as that type of a brick wall. And I think he is a bit more graceful. He's more graceful than, like, Rice.
Yeah. He's way more elegant than Rice.
Yeah, he's more elegant and in what he does. But, like, I do listen. The way I see it, English tax 20 million. Yeah. Prem to Prem, 20 million. Yeah. I also think age, he's 23, 20 million. I think 60 million already off of that price tag is already down to just outside factors. You can maybe add in another 15 million because it's Mr. Marinakis. Let's not forget that. Let's even add the Mr. Marinakis tax on there as well. Cool. I actually think Anderson's a 60 million player.
He is maximum 60
in my opinion, innit?
I agree.
60 million with add-ons if you want to do the add-ons thing. That's what I'd say, innit? But it's not just Anderson as well, though, bro. Alex Scott is a baller. I like what I see from Scott. United are linked to him. Liverpool linked to him. You can see he's got I know he got the little Grealish look. You can see what he's got and whatnot. Cool. But 80 plus M's, with 2 years left on your contract, bro. I need to swing at some fresh air, Rants. Because the game is gone, bro.
He's another one. He's a maximum 60 million baller, bro. Maximum. Do you know what I mean?
And we rate, bro.
I rate him highly, but with the lack of international and Champions League experience, he should be a 50 million maximum player.
You see all these 100 millions in these 80 millions. When I say the game's gone, I can't stress it, Rants, because, bro, none of these, man, I've seen a ball with stars on it, man.
Yeah.
None of them. None of them. and half of them don't even get call-ups.
Mm.
The only one I'm hearing in the 80+ bracket is Tonali, and that's it, because he was captain in Milan at 19. He's the only one that I can sit there and go, if you tell me 80 plus 10 in add-ons, I'll say, you know what? Fair price. Everyone else, I'm not hearing. None of these guys get call-ups. None of these guys have seen a Champions League. So none of them have seen a trophy.
Brother, like even Fernandez, 2 relegations, no Champions League, fam. No international call-up. 85 million. Fuck off. You know them way there.
Yeah, bro. Like, do you guys know what happened when Yamal bucked Lewis Hall and them, man? Do you remember what happened? Do you actually remember what happened when Newcastle played Barcelona? Did you see the first time turns, what Yamal was doing to man? Did you see what Yamal done to Dan Burn? I don't think you man saw what he done to Dan Burn. These players move twice before you can move once. You see what I'm saying? So, like, when I'm hearing, like, and now it's going to sound like I'm disrespecting these man, innit? When I'm hearing Alex Scott versus Pedri, I'm just going to laugh at you. I'm going to laugh at you. And this is when, you know, when Barca said, we've got 30 Jack Wilsheres, bro. When they said we've got 30 Jack Wilsheres in my academy.
Yeah, when the Arsenal man were gassing him up like man was the best thing since fucking sliced bread, bro.
Bro, this is where I look at, and I understand there's a shift in ball where it's like, you know, we have to kind of know that the managers now are making this shift. There isn't just like a Ancelotti, Guardiola, Klopp. That it's not like those are the names floating around the market. Mourinho, a younger Mourinho. These names don't float around the market no more because it's different now. These guys probably, you know, their shoulder blades probably don't even work anymore. You know what I'm saying? It is now. If you look, I'm pretty sure all the Premier League managers are in their 40s now, in the top 6. Pretty sure all of them in their 40s. I think I saw like a stat where they're all none of them above like 50. Yeah. So I get there's a shift, there's an evolution, but the evolution don't need to come with a piss take. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't laugh in my face, bro. Because I think I get it. These teams want to stop. FFP has some part to play in this. B, I think the teams want to stop the monopolization of the league. But at the same time, like, this is what's going to cause players to run down their contracts and just go for free. If the more these 180, 90, 20, at some point, the big 6 teams are going to go, all right, keep him then. I'll go get my man from the league. Or keep him then. What?
Yeah.
All right then. And then 2 years
United
later,
already briefing stuff like that. We've been linked with Sangare now. Yeah, we've been linked to putting the bid for Sangare now because United are like, listen, we're not going to be held to ransom with these idiot prices.
This is what I'm saying. And don't get me wrong. People are going to say, I bought MONTS. You bought Isak for 125 million. You bought Rants for 116 million. Brother, how often have I done that, bro? That's an enigma. Like, it's do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, sorry, it's an anomaly.
Yeah, but you still overpaid for both of them, though.
And we overpaid. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I'm pretty sure teams will also look at that and go, and Isak can prove it.
Yeah.
That's not to say these guys are going to be bad for Liverpool. I'm just saying that eventually, how long are us bigger teams going to sit there and just be, as you said, held for ransom? Do you know what I'm saying? Curtis Jones is going for 35 million. If he goes to Inter Milan, they're going to pay 35 million. You're telling me Anderson's 100 million more than Curtis Jones? Premier League winner. 2-time Premier League winner, actually. 2-time Premier League winner. Cup double. Approaching his prime.
Yeah, bro, the window's cooked.
So this is why at this rate, bro, run the 1-year compensation of these foreign men trying to learn the league. Run that. Run that. At this point. You know what I'm saying? Run that one. Like, I don't know. And bro, and it goes to show, and even like for Arsenal, their record sale was Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain to Liverpool.
That's they don't record. Sell well, and they have not sold well for a long time.
They never sold well, in my opinion. But yeah, that's you know what I'm saying. Like, I think we sell very well. I think we sold Quanta for like 40 M's, something like that. You know what I'm saying? I just think the smaller teams are probably just trying to hold their own. And do you know what it is? They're all trying to do the Brighton thing. They're trying to do the Brighton thing, and you know, Baleba, Caicedo, McAllister. You know what I'm saying? Even though McAllister had a clause. You know what I mean? He had a clause. Otherwise, McAllister would have gone for 70 M's if he didn't have that 30 million, 35 million, or whatever it was, the clause he had in his contract. That was hidden, of course. So yeah, they're all trying to do they're all just trying to do the Brighton thing. But the problem is, not all of you are Brighton.
I hear it, but at the same time, really and truly, because of how bad the market is in England, you're better off buying 2 players from outside and hoping that one of them are right. Do you know what I mean? For the same price. Or 3 for the same price. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, bro, for the price of what these men wanted for Anderson, United could end up could have got Sangare, Edison, and Alex Scott for the same money, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it's looking like. So I can't lie, bruv. It's one of them things where man might have to do the gambling thing. And just buy in volume, because these men are actually taking the piss in the league right now. Or everyone just needs to stand firm and just say, you know what, yeah, we're not paying that. Do you know what I'm saying? And then the price will go down. The problem is, yeah, every time a team, yeah, actually caves in and pays that money, it just sets the league back. That's all it does, bro. It sets the league back, because now that's been paid. That becomes the new benchmark. So someone has to say no, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the Grealish price tag was crazy. The Rice price tag was crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? And even when you look at the Caicedo price tag, and do you know what I mean? All these man overpaid for all of them. Same with Enzo. Like, these men are not £100 million players. They're not. They never was. They never will be. They'll never be that, bro. Like, upwards of 100 million. There's no players really in today's game, yeah, with bro, listen, I could count on one hand the players in world football right now that are probably worth over 100 million. On one hand.
Easily.
Do you know what I'm saying? So what are we doing here? Why are we looking at these kind of players? Now, why are we looking at these kind of prices, should I say?
This is it, bro.
It doesn't make sense. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up you lot. Make sure we get the lights up. We got 1,200 in here. I think George Mendes doing his usual money laundering. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Bernardo was meant to be going to Barcelona. Now, all of a sudden, he's got Jose the job at Real Madrid, George Mendes, and now he's trying to get his little brown envelope under the table to send all of his players there, bro. Apparently, they offered him Ruben Diaz.
That Bernardo's agent as well.
So he's got Jose in there, and now he's got Bernardo in there. So this guy's just collecting fucking agents fees under the table, left, right, and center. You know what I'm saying? He's a nasty guy, bruv. He's a nasty guy. Everyone thought that Bernardo was going
free as well. Is that free?
Yeah, so he'll get a big, hefty agent's fee, bro. And then Bernardo will get a signing on fee as well. So he would have pocketed himself a good 10 million, I reckon.
I think he would have got that anyways, but I think the most at Real Madrid.
Yeah, but he's already getting money from them for Jose. You know them ones. Yeah, so he's probably done a thing where he's capitalizing multiple times. When you've got a manager at a club, it's easy for you to get players in there. Do you know what I mean? That's the reality. Look what Ten Hag done at Man United. It was the same thing. Had players signed to his agency and started bringing them in. And they're just taking money. And Jose's probably getting a cut of that as well.
Most likely, man. It's just a bit, bro. It's a bit sickening, man. Like, don't get me wrong. Everyone's gonna have to dip into the money, into the wallet. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have to happen, bro. But like, if I'm reeling off a list of Yan Diamande, Tonali, Anderson, Alex Scott, Adam Wharton, and Mateus Fernandez, and the cheapest price you're talking is 85 M's, fight me tomorrow with my ACL. Nah, because man. Nah, yeah. Because you know what it does as well, bro? I don't think we even mentioned this. So what happens when a real superstar has a falling out and decides to leave? Like a real superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Because these guys aren't again, outside of Tonali, these guys aren't upcoming superstars. They're upcoming players. Because to be an upcoming superstar, you have to have done something out of the ordinary. And then your challenge now is to prove to the world you've not just done it for 2 years, let alone 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Do you remember how long we called Harry Kane a one season wonder for? Remember how long Salah got called a one season wonder?
Yeah, you had to do it for multiple seasons in a row, just for people to believe it.
Believe it. Do you know how many seasons Mo Salah got called a one season wonder for? For us to go, oh, he's gonna score 30 next season. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, we come from a world, and this isn't even just back in the day. We're not even talking about back in. We come from a world where, like, the world beaters in their own categories were doing it for years, right? Years.
Yeah, you had to earn your stripes, bro.
Years. You ain't even got to earn the stripes this time. So my thing is that what happens if Pedri falls out of Barcelona? What happens if Vitinha suddenly wants to go somewhere? Do you know what I'm saying? What happens then? What happens? What numbers are we really talking? Ryan's got 130 million release clause. He's been in 6 months.
Yeah, but the mad thing is, you'll say all that, and then a player of that quality, you know what will happen? All that will happen is players are just going to start running down their contracts now.
Like what we just...
That's all that's going to happen, bro. And to be fair, like Wenger predicted this years ago. He even said, he said player transfer fees are getting so ridiculous now. Players are just going to start running down their contracts now and leaving on a free, bro. Because it just makes sense, bro. Because you know that teams are not going to pay for you. And especially when... or if the player's already on a big salary. If the player's already on a big salary, like if you're Kylian Mbappe, for instance, like no one can afford you, bro, because your salary's so high. Even if someone can afford to buy you, they have to factor in your salary as well. And that all of a sudden, that drives the fee even higher, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And it takes up man's FFP space. So it's one of them ones where, like, it will get to the point where man actually, even if they can afford you, they can't afford you, bro. Like, certain man will be forced to stay in certain places because it's just not feasible to leave.
And this is why, I think we got to look at a world where a lot of players are probably going to go on a free.
Yeah.
And I think the only way for player prices to return back to normal maybe is either players just going to keep buying from other leagues, because obviously teams are making it increasingly harder to do the Prem proven thing.
Yeah.
And by the way, I actually also think this is a Premier League thing more than a world.
It's a Premier League thing more than a world thing, but it's a Premier League thing because man know that teams in the Premier League have the money, bro. This is the thing. And the thing is also, Premier League to Premier League, that's the only league where you see like a mad premium. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you see players move between clubs in other countries all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? You see it all the time. But in the Premier League, there's a crazy premium because amongst Premier League clubs, everyone kind of knows how much money everyone else has got. Like, the cat's out the bag. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man know how much bread you've got. Like, it's published everywhere. So man know how much each team kind of have to spend. Like, it's, you know what I mean? It's not a secret. So because of that, teams are going to take the piss, bro.
I agree. I think eventually there might be a crash in the market. I don't know. There might be some sort of something might happen. They might change FFP rules. Something's going to change, and hopefully it changes, because I just think it also, just from the mental side of the players, bro, when all these players, you can get back-to-back relegations and be worth 85 million because you're techie and can ping a ball and cover a bit of ground, then, bro, like, it's either going to have players thinking they're better than they are, or players having too much pressure on them to begin with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I personally think Florian Wirtz technically is still one of the best players in the world. Technically. However, if a player that technical can still suffer, what do you think these other men are gonna do? Run their way into run their way into positivity, run their way into positive. You know what I'm saying? They're just gonna cover bare grass, and that's gonna be it. You're just gonna cover enough ground.
Yeah, but the Florian Wirtz thing, is also what hurts Premier League teams because, bro, like with Premier League, with the Premier League, for instance, we know that when we buy players from outside the Premier League, it's hit and miss. And the thing is, because Premier League teams know that as well, all of a sudden Premier League proven is a premium because we know that players' forms outside England don't always translate to England. So if you want the risk-free approach, it's gonna cost you, bruv. You know that, man. That's the reality. Like,
and it's still a risk. And even then it's still a risk because these guys are only good for 6 months.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. These men are good for 6 months.
Yeah, facts. So we don't even know if it's just form, blood, with a lot of these guys. Like, for instance, like you said, with the Krupi situation, like, obviously we know that he's a really good player anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? The way he's adapted. But all of a sudden, man are talking about 90 M's and them things there. And it's like, hold on, brother. Like, relax. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, second season syndrome is a real thing. Like, it's affected some of the best players that we've seen. So why would we not wait to see if my man can do it again?
You're actually better not hitting the ground running and doing better in your second season than hitting the ground running and regressing in your second season. Agreed,
because then automatically it was a purple patch. Do you know what I'm saying? A man just write you off.
And remember, as you said, as much as all these, like, when you have that price tag, social media, and no one can tell me these players ain't got burners, bro.
They're on their normal fucking social media, bro. Don't get twisted, of course. And then that's dropping in the GC. That's dropping everywhere.
Yeah. Know what I'm saying? And like, this is why I go, like, unless there's more and more money being pumped into football, I feel like the rate the players are costing is actually higher than the amount of money that's being pumped into football. That's what I feel. I could be wrong. I don't know the facts. This is my opinion. It's just my opinion. That's just how it feels. You see what I'm saying? That's how it feels. Because when teams sell well, they tend to spend more. I don't think everyone can continuously,
except for Brighton. You know them ones. Brighton sell well and don't spend more. Brighton are, bro, like, Brighton are a weird club because it's like Brighton are happy to be where they are, bro. Do you know what I mean? They're not showing any sort of ambition to get better. They're not. Like, they're happy to let go of their players. They're happy to let go of their managers, and they're still not spending peas. Newcastle tried it. Like, Newcastle tried to want to spend the big money. They ended up buying like Baltimore and that. They tried to buy Sesko. They tried to do it, but they're just not attractive. No one don't want to go to them like that. Do you know what I mean?
They couldn't do it, and they couldn't keep any players.
But even Forest have spent money. Do you know what I mean? They've spent money on loads of different kind of players, but even
but none of them were like pricey. Like,
but they weren't pricey. They done the volume.
40 million, man. Bare 40 million, man. Or even 30 million. Bare guys. And realistically, it has helped them become a stronger outlet. They took a bag of risks and then profited on the hits.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because they nearly sold Gibbs White, and now Anderson's likely gonna go for a premium price.
But I rate the fact that they turned down the Gibbs White thing, so they did show ambition in that sense, turning down the Gibbs White thing. But I think they had sold someone else already, hadn't they? Hadn't they already sold a Langer or something like that?
They sold a Langer for big
and
money.
And they sold, yeah. So they probably didn't need to sell Gibbs White.
Murillo signed a new contract, so that was ambitious as well. Murillo re-signed. A lot of things wanted Murillo after that really first good season he had.
Yeah.
As well. And yeah, man, I think there you can see what Marinakis is trying to do. You can see he's like, cool, unless a ridiculous price comes in, which also plays a part as to why Anderson is so much money. He's probably took the stance of, until a ridiculous price comes in, you ain't going nowhere. or ridiculous prices actually coming, fair enough, off your pot.
Yeah, 100%. And they know that City, with losing Bernardo on a free, yeah, and obviously doubts over Rodri's fitness and also his future. Like City do need to go big in midfield. They probably need to. So it's one of them things where that was the worst kept secret, bro. That's easy money for Forest.
And it's worse. It's worse when you know a team's desperate for the player.
Yep, and it's his first major tournament for England as well. So the hype's right behind him.
So it's always interesting, and also like they probably want to get this deal done before the World Cup simply because it's mad, and I don't want to like get like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Not praying for nothing, but bro, he gets injured at the World Cup.
Brother, it's peak. You know the way there? It's actually peak. Or he has a dead World Cup, which is a possibility.
Like, bro.
That's why they need to get their money now, blood. I'll be real. Because if he goes and he stinks the place out of the World Cup, bro, you know what I mean? The conversation could be completely different, innit? And I just don't see England doing that well anyway, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, the squad that Tuchel's brought, like, it must be banner. Like, it doesn't make no sense, bro. When you see Noni rounding goalkeepers, people are saying, like, rah, how did he miss that? It's like, bro, do you not watch this guy play football? What do you mean how? The same way he misses every other time, bro. That's why man's stats look the way they look. Do you know what I'm saying? What do you mean how? Like, this bro don't score goals. So, and now you know why. Do you know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is.
You gotta be punched in the face to know it hurts.
But this is what I'm saying, and this is the brother that will always be posting the redirects, the indirects on Instagram and limiting his comments and that, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's crazy work. It's crazy work. That miss is crazy, bro. Man just needs to stick to posting private jet selfies and that, bro. Because, bro, I can't lie, bro. You see them finishes there? Crazy work. I don't know what Tuchel was playing at. Like, how are you bringing that brother, but Foden and Palmer at home? Like, how? Like,
same reason he didn't bring Maguire, bro.
That big man thing. It's like, bro, listen. Even if you don't like football, yeah. Even if you don't like football, there's no way you can look at this brother and pick him ahead of them two. Like, there's no way. Even if you don't like football and you don't even understand the game, bro. Like, there's no way you could just watch this bro and think, yeah, he's got to go.
Yeah, I'd have picked another defender, bro.
Brother, it's crazy. I'd have brought another goalkeeper instead of him, bro. Like, I'll be real. Like, there's no use for that, brother. Like, there's no use for that, brother. So, I was
saying Rio could have got a little shot. This is what we were doing.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, bro. But the thing is, yeah, like, Rio as an option, yeah, off the bench. If the manager said to me, yeah, yo, because of Rio's style of play, yeah, we don't have a profile of a winger like that you could dash on in the last 15 minutes to just give people heart problems, yeah, and he decided to bring Rio, brother, I could understand the logic in it.
Yeah, most men are with that.
I could understand the logic in it, even though he ain't had like a full Premier League season or nothing like that. You could understand just because of his profile.
It's like why Rashford's in the squad.
Yeah, precisely. But Rashford ain't scary like that no more. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, young Rashford had that X factor where you were like almost the unknown, innit? But this ain't young Rashford no more. Like, he ain't got that same turn of pace that he used to have. Do you know what I'm saying? He don't have that no more. And Rio's taking on players a lot more consistently than Rashford is. So if you dash on Rio, yeah, for 15 minutes and we need a goal, and you're just like, you know what, just go out there and just cause mayhem.
I think Rio's shooting is better than Noni's, you know. I ain't gonna lie, fam.
Sounds mad. Hard. It's not hard, bro. Do you know what I mean?
At 17.
Brother, it's not even, brother, listen. The fact that Noni, yeah, took that shot with his left foot in the first place, yeah, that tells me that his football brain, yeah, is malfunctioning because the angle was against him. Do you know what I'm saying? The ball was under his feet. He's gone round the goalkeeper. That's a right-footed finish. And you've got the whole width for the goal to aim at with your right foot. So really, you can't miss, but you still miss.
But you know what it is? It's the same inside. You know how we used to say it, Wan-Bissaka dribbles with the inside of his foot from the wrong side. Like, if you're going to go with your left foot from that angle, it has to be the outside of the boot because it takes less time to open. You don't have to take the split second it takes to open your boot.
Open up your body, you lose the angle. So if he uses the outside of his boot, if you really don't want to use your weaker foot,
You just have to go with the outside of your boot.
Yeah, you have to.
And then the angle is not as closed because it takes less time to just, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
so
of course.
You get it. So, and I think, I know someone said or a toe poke. It says, but even with the toe poke, the ball's moving very quickly. And
also he's outside the width for the goal, so the toe poke doesn't even really work. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Toe poke's almost just as bad as the inside of the
toe
foot.
Poke, you miss just like that.
And there's less area of there's less surface area to even connect with the ball because it's literally the tip of your boot. It's not the side of your boot or the outside of your boot. It's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just mathematics. But do you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, brother, this is crazy.
Yeah, no, it's 130. Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, 130. Bro. You didn't know that?
No, brother. I heard it, brother. I saw something at 106 plus achievable add-ons or something like that is what I seen. I don't know why. I thought it was gonna be like 125 or something. Brother, man said 130. For what?
Yeah.
Brother, what is the transfer? Is that the transfer record? They rejected 120. Hey, brother, don't. Brother, what?
They rejected 120, yeah. Rejected that.
But I thought it was because they wanted a certain amount up front. I didn't think that because the actual fee itself weren't enough.
They rejected it. They said, oh, Isak numbers. Nah, we're good. We're good.
How much did Isak go for?
125.
So they want a Premier League record fee is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Brother, he's not the best player in the league. Yeah, bro, I'm lost.
There's an argument to say he's not the best player in his team.
But this is what I'm saying. Brother, it's weird. Yeah, football's gone. Now, that's what I mean. The game is gone. And this is why, guys, I'm just letting you know. Because a lot of these Man United fans, yeah, like, there'll be guys that are just purely agenda driven. And they'll be saying, oh, we couldn't compete with Man City. We couldn't compete. Brother, one, we could compete financially. But two, why would we want to? This is absurd. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we shouldn't want to compete with this because this is pure stupidity.
Can I at least have said as well that like
City should have blocked their number and just kept it moving.
But at least Isak had 2 seasons of back-to-back 25 goals or 24 goals or something like that. Where like, yeah, obviously 125 is too much for anyone, but there was grounds to say 2 seasons in it. At least Verts had, what did Verts do? Was it an invincible and a double for them, man? It was an invincible.
Something like that, yeah.
Invincible, and they didn't win the treble because they lost in the final to Atlanta, innit? They lost. So yeah, they lost. Like, you know, like all of these other men have won trophies, innit? Like all of these men have won something. Oh yeah, and Isak won the FA Cup. I forgot. He won the Carabao Cup. He won the cup. This one for them as well. You know what I'm saying? Some of these men, like, bro, they're not doing anything. Like, do you know what it is? As I said, it goes back to the Declan Rice thing. He won his team a trophy, and trophies for these men don't happen. Let's just keep it a buck. They don't happen. You'll be lucky as a fan of certain teams to ever see a trophy in your life.
Yeah.
Them type of teams. Do you know what I'm saying? There are a man that at 70 going, wow, that was my flop. Well, I was going to see, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was going to leave this earth and not see something. You know what I mean? Unless you're Brighton, as I said, unless you're Brighton, bro, none of these guys are doing anything like, oh my God. Like, cool. Rants, we're talking 1 season wonders, right? But the 1 season wonders aren't even wonders.
Yeah, bro. That's it.
A wonder. Because you know what 1 season wonders, you know what 1 season wonder is? A 1 season wonder is Michu, fam.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? A 1 season
he was
wonder
actually doing madness.
Igor Thiago, maybe. Chris Wood. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because they were wondrous numbers, bro. The wondrous, it was a wonder.
I hear it. I hear it.
Yeah, that man done a mad season. They're doing the 1 season.
Yeah, but bro, technically, Krupi, yeah, you could throw him in there if he doesn't do nothing next season because I think he scored the most amount of goals for a player under a certain age.
That's a wonder.
Yeah.
He sits there with Robbie Keane and Michael Owen, fam.
Yeah.
That's a wonder. These men are just doing the 1 season.
Yeah.
Anderson, okay, because if I talk about Henderson, people are gonna say I'm rude, innit?
Yeah.
But Henderson was Ninja Wonder Kid. What?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, but this is what I keep saying to people. People forget that Henderson's reputation, at Sunderland, like that's how he got the Liverpool move in the first place. Henderson was supposed to be Steven Gerrard. He was supposed to be, and then his career just went somewhere else. But people thought he was going to be that kind of player, even though he won more. Like people thought he was going to be that.
Calvin Phillips under Bielsa, mama going. You know what I'm saying? Calvin Phillips under Bielsa, man, never going raw. He's got the crossfield zinger on lock, both feet, built like flipping Arturo Vidal, fam.
Yeah, but this is what man was saying about the Anderson sitch, yeah. Like obviously Anderson's a more technical player, but bro, Calvin Phillips, was playing so well at Leeds. He ended up getting in the England squad. Everyone was talking about Calvin Phillips, like it was such a shrewd buy, bro. And this is why you see when you buy from the lower teams, as well, you have to look at their profiles as well, man. You have to. United in the past, we've bought loads from the lower teams, but we tend to buy a profile that we know what we're getting in it. Because Anderson is pretty much like he's an all-rounder. He kind of does a little bit of everything, but he's in a system where he's allowed to do that. It's going to be interesting to see how that translates to Man City. Because Calvin Phillips, for instance, was in such a well-drilled system, under Bielsa. Then you go to Man City and you just running around ain't enough at Man City. You got to have a bit more about you, and he just wasn't ready.
And you got to you can go a bit further with Jack Rodwell.
You
know what I mean? You know, bro, and these guys, brother, Jack was a bad man, you know. Like, please understand, Jack was a bad man. Scott Sinclair was a rude boy.
Yeah, he was a baller as well.
He was a rude boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not cool. Could you say Anderson is the Super Saiyan version of all of them? He's the final boss of all of them. There's an argument, but I actually think when you really go and look at what Calvin Phillips was doing under Bielsa, was he that far away?
No, brother, listen, what Calvin Phillips was doing under Bielsa forced his way into the England squad, bro. Anderson is only playing his first tournament for England now. Do you know what I'm saying? So you could argue that,
not 21.
Yeah, so you could argue that he's doing what Calvin Phillips was doing at Leeds, bro. You could argue it's the same. You could argue it's the same. That's why it's a bit mad. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a bit mad still.
That's why I'm looking, bro. I do think this has to be some Marinakis tax in there. There has to be.
Oh, it is. Above it's that Death Row Records tax.
Yeah. I can't lie. Suge Knight of football.
Yeah, 100% it's that, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's that death row tax, bro. That's exactly what that is. Because that money is crazy, bro. Man said, I want a Premier League record fee, bro. That's what he's saying. Yeah, fuck all that, bro. I can't lie, bro. Bro, listen. The market is cooked, bro. You get me? The market is actually cooked, bro. So, I don't know. It's and they're from a similar part of the world as well, Anderson and Jordan Henderson. So, you know them ones there. They're both up there, like Tyneside and that Tyne West side, whatever, bro. Them man are up there, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, I can't lie, bro. He might be the modern day Hendo, blood, for 130 mil.
The only good thing about, the only comforting thing about these midfielders being at these prices runs, the only thing is that none of them are renowned for goal scoring and getting assists. So realistically, all they really got to do is run around and not lose the ball. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a 10, a winger, a striker, now there's just a, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But if you're a centre mid, bro, and I can't lie, I kind of have to do the Rice thing right now. You're a centre mid, and you cover enough ground and you retain the ball enough. You've done half of your job.
Or you done all your job if you're Declan Rice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
done
yeah.
all your job.
Because if that brings a stability to a team that didn't have stability or have as much stability, oh my God, we got him for cheap. It's shameless. It's shameless. And this is why I made that my video on Edison. Go check it out, by the way, cheeky. But that's why I made my video on Edison. I said, guys, in today's market, yeah, it's a steal. I can't
Brother, in
I said
most
it's a
markets, it's the
steal.
steal, bro. 38 million all in, bro.
It's
For
32 million. It's
for
32 million.
bro, that's crazy.
It's
That's even
32
worse.
M's without
32 million.
Brown.
32 million, yeah, for and yeah, 38 million all in. So
It's
32 million, yeah, for Champions League fucking
hey,
proven, a Europa League winning midfielder. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? That just got called up for Brazil, bro. Like that's at a good age as well. I think he's 26 or something like that.
I
Like,
was
bro,
beefing, man, for this.
everything about it, it's a brilliant signing, bro. Brilliant. And it becomes even more brilliant when you look at the market. The market is nasty.
Bro, I said this is why, yeah. It's kind of hitting me now. Man, I'm got to do the Gravenberg thing. Let these wonder kids go for AEMs for a big club. Let them fuck up and then go buy them then. So that all the expectations go. That's what you, brother.
Yeah,
Man, them,
and then people
I'm
forget that they were ballers.
Michael Edwards, Cal Doon, Rich Radcliffe, all you man, fam. Omar Barat, all you man. I'm putting you on game. I'm putting you on free game. Let these idiots buy these wonder kids, and then when they fuck up, yeah, go buy them then. So then there's no expectation for a discounted price. Look at Gravenberg. You won the league off it, bro. I can't lie. Because now that Gravenberg didn't have the greatest season this year, not as many people care.
No, 100%. You keep an eye on Real Madrid and Endrick and them man there and what's his name and Arda Gula and all these brothers, because Real Madrid never treat these young players the right way, blood, and then they always end up available, and you end up with a steal.
This is the method, bro. This is actually the method, bro. Look at Gravenberg, wonder kid. This guy was being talked about alongside Jude Bellingham. Tell me I'm lying. This guy was being talked about alongside Jude Bellingham.
You could argue it's before Bellingham.
Yeah, but they were like this in it. Yeah, he goes to Bayern, it doesn't work out. We got Gravenberg for like 30 years.
Yeah, some joking.
Brother, we got Grav for cheap, for the low, bro, and no one cared. No one cared. You man were linked to Gravenberg, but you man weren't even too mad about not getting him. Like, man weren't even really that mad. Man were like, yeah, we'll go get the Moroccan you. Amrabat. Yeah. Man were like, all right. Do you know what I'm saying? This is why I said, man, them let Hendrick get sold for 100 million. Let him have a shit season, or even just an okay season. Because remember, these youths can have okay seasons, and it's going to be branded as a shit season because they didn't do exceptionally well because they got sold for an exceptional price tag.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. This is why Real Madrid are on one with Enzo. Enzo went to Chelsea for 100 M's. Now, if Real Madrid go and get him, now it's different now because Chelsea are going to do they're going to try sell him for 100 M's. But realistically, if they got the model right, they would have let Enzo fuck up for another year and get Enzo for 40 M's. That's the model. That's the model. That's the model for these midfielders, bro. Not so much attackers. I think attackers doing the yo-yo form is a bit more risky with attackers, innit? But with midfielders, you can do that, bro. You can do that. Oh my God, man said, look at Dembele. That's another one. Let these man go. Let them do, bro. Let them do the. What? Oh, you cost
Dembele went for a transfer record at the time,
120 million.
Yeah.
Dembele went for 120 million, bro. And they went and bought Griezmann around that time as well.
Yeah.
For like 90. You know what I'm saying? Like, Atletico went and sold Griezmann for mad amount of bread and then copped him back.
Bruv.
He got to copped him back.
Yes,
you know
mental.
I've cracked it, innit? Personally, I think I've cracked it just now. That's how you beat the market. That's how you beat the market. You know what I mean? I don't know if there's any other. So, I don't know. Who's going for Diamande? No, that's an attacker. let's say
still not worth the bread though. The money that they're talking about for Diamande is ludicrous, bro. Like that man, I said 2 years ago he's playing college ball in the United States, bro. You know what I mean? Man was playing on fucking 4G pitches with fucking American football lines on it, and now man are talking about 90 million euros for this youth, bro.
Yeah, man, it's madness. Man is saying, wait, boom, boo, was it boo for data says, "Hey, you gotta pimp them out, bro."
It's crazy.
He's taking the mick. That's what you gotta do, man. I think that's the way to do it. And you just gotta put an arm around them and let them know you're the guy. Now, it's not gonna. Don't get me wrong. It's not gonna work every time because you'll get Calvin Phillips' spell at West Ham. So it's not gonna work every time. It won't work every time. But if the players genuinely got the fundamentals, you can only be so bad. Gravenberch fundamentally was always there. Fundamentally. So if it didn't work at Bayern, it wouldn't have solely been
yeah, but this is the point, because he's still got the ability.
Yeah, the ability is there. Some of you, man, are just spending 100 million on guys that don't have ability and run around. That's where you man are fucking up. That's where you man are fucking up. Because if Wirtz fucks up again for Liverpool, someone's gonna cop him again. And they're gonna cop him.
And he'll match work where he goes, bro.
And he's gonna match work, and he's gonna, bro. Thank you, Rants. He's gonna understand, bro. If Wirtz fucks up again next season or the season after that, Barca are gonna cop him for 50 M's.
Yeah, he'll have no shortage of takers. That's the thing. That's what people need to understand. Yeah. There'll be no shortage of takers for Florian Wirtz if it doesn't work out at Liverpool.
And this is the thing. Now, all of a sudden, they've let us spend the big money on Wirtz, and all they've got to do is build up his confidence because he's already got the ability.
Yeah.
That's done. Simple as that. You know what I mean? So when players have that latent ability, let them fuck up 1 year. We'll go pick you up. You know what I mean? Yes. And yeah, man, I don't want to say one man's trash is another man's treasure because you made him trash. Do you know what I'm saying? You know when a gal's crazy, but why is she crazy, bro? What you been doing? Why is she crazy, though? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she might just be crazy, though.
Yeah,
you know, it might have nothing to do with man, bro. She bitch just crazy. You know what I mean?
9 times out of 10. On a damaged goods thing, 9 times out of 10.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But yeah, not one of my best analogies. But you might know what I'm trying to say. You get it, bro. So me, I can't lie. If I was Brighton, if I was a team, I'd have sold Baleba for 90 M's and copped him for 50 after he fucked up that next season, bro.
Yeah, but this is why they're dumb, Brighton, because because they didn't sell high, they didn't sell at the time. Now his value's gone down. You know them, man. So now they're not gonna get this 90 million that they was up. Bro, they was talking about Caicedo money last season. That's what they were talking about. They're talking about Caicedo money, bro. Listen, hey, speak for them, man, now, bro. Like, my man's coming off the back of an underwhelming season, and his market value has actually gone down now. So they fucked around and they found out. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where it's a sensitive game, bro. Do you know what I mean? And now they played themselves.
Now they're seeing everyone else value their players and extortion at price, and they just sat there like a dickhead.
Exactly, and they can't even come into the conversation with the same kind of money because they know that Baleba's he's not attracting that same interest, bro. And I genuinely think the reason why Man United are not showing interest in Baleba right now is to drive the price down because they know that bare teams don't want him. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So why does he need to be a priority? We know that the player wants to play for us, and we know that he ain't got a long list of suitors. So it's only Tottenham I've seen linked to Baleba, obviously because the Zerbi's there. So
I was looking at Basuma.
Yeah, do you see what I'm saying? So it's one of them situations where because they didn't sell at the time, now it's like, bro, you're gonna have to accept substantially less because you fucked around, innit? So it's actually worked out decent for us because if we just keep shopping elsewhere, these men are gonna want to offload him. They are gonna want to offload him because they're not gonna want to keep an unhappy player, especially not for another season. And they might even have told him, you know what, you can leave in the summer.
Oh, facts. I think with Baleba as well. He kind of done the cutest thing. You just know you don't want to be there, man. That's where you fuck up, bro.
Yeah, but Kudus, his value dropped substantially, bro. The season after, the season he left West Ham was off the back of a dead season. Kudus was on smoke the season before that. You see what I'm saying? And he's literally done a Kudus thing, bro, where it's like the second season ain't banged. You know what I'm saying? Now your club's not going to get the money they would have got, bro. But you always take that chance, innit?
And this is also, we can also play devil's advocate now and go, this is why teams probably are going for the extortionate pricing, because they don't know when their players are going to be at this value ever again. As well. Do you know what I'm saying? Just from a smaller club perspective, you can look at yourself and go, yeah, when is Morgan Rogers going to be worth 80 million again?
Yeah, but this is why Aston Villa will cash in, bro. Because like Kudus, they're saying Kudus went for 55 million, but they were quoting 80, 90s, remember?
Oh yeah, but 18, brother, the first season, madnesses, bro. And yeah, cool, he had more time left on his contract and whatnot. And remember, Kudus is a wonder kid. People forget the Ajax thing. He's a wonder kid, you know. He's a wonder kid. You know what I'm saying? People need to go back and look at the context of how the clout of these players and how they're actually spoken about.
Yeah,
that plays a part as well. I think like Ryan Cherky didn't have Wirtz's clout. Nowhere near it, bro.
Nah, he didn't. No, that's because Wirtz was challenging for leagues.
Yeah, of course he was.
Challenging for leagues and European titles, and Cherky was just a big fish in a small pond. They were interpreting it as, do you know what I mean? And then there was he's not that physical, so can he do it anywhere else? Is he just a show pony? Do you know what I'm saying? There was loads of question marks around him, even though people knew that he had insane quality.
Yeah, I mean, I personally thought, I said there's too much quality there, even if he's a little fat boy at times. Whatever, bro. There's just too much quality there, bro. I played with too many fat youths that are teched off like that. No, that they ain't got. Brother, I played with too many fat youths. And Chucky's not even fat, bro. He's just that if he defo stops playing football, he's putting on weight. He's one of them, man. Can't lie, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the Eden Hazard thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Man comes back to pre-season overweight, blood. The man's just like, yeah, man, will play myself back into fitness.
He's got the Gundo build.
Yeah, bro, and the Wayne Rooney was the same. Them man there, bro. The worst thing that could happen is the season ends because they'll always come back pre-season overweight. Every single time.
Yeah.
Like every year without fail. The man are just paying fines, bro. Automatic.
That's what it is still. Man said Chucky's on the Rooney thing. That is killing me. We said Rooney had the lager belly thing.
Brother, Rooney used to come back, to a pre-season after drinking beer and smoking cigarettes, blood. You know them, and you'd see all them pictures in the sun with Rooney, blood, with his pot belly and his cigarette in his mouth, and the man would just come back and mash work. Bro, man already knew what Rooney was on. Do you get it? So
yeah,
it's just one of them
back then as well. But yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, so you knew what them man were on, bro. Them man were just smoking ciggies, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, just casually smoking cigarettes and then packing people out. So it's like the game is the game, innit? Like, so it's different now. But football, no, bro. Like, I can't lie. The same level of quality is just not there. So these windows are getting a brazy, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like your team's weird because you might need to do a volume job, yeah. But it looks like Liverpool are trying to
go back to our roots.
You're trying. It looks like you're trying to do a surgical thing where you're bringing in certain positions, but I feel like the whole thing needs to be addressed. You know, them ones like Man United, we're doing the volume thing, which is smart because we need to, because we're playing more games next season. So we need quality and depth. Liverpool need depth and quality. They don't just need quality, bro.
It's both.
Yeah, but you're only being linked with wingers, really. Which is mad. Like, you need more than wingers. You know what I'm saying? There's an argument that you need players in every position.
I agree.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's mad. You need about six, I wouldn't 7 players, really, like we do. If people are saying we need 6 players, Liverpool needs 6.
But this is why I wouldn't have minded a young Edison or these type of. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't mind, bro. See, when it comes to midfielders, Rants, I don't mind the little unknown.
You just need man that just gonna do their job, bro. You man signed the Endo, blood. That. Like, brother, Edison's way better than Endo, blood. So
you spent this, bro, and Endo's old. Like, Endo's old. When Endo was good, we didn't care who he was. So it's like, see what I'm saying? So my thing is that now, if I'm them, I'm saying, bro, Curtis Jones starts every game next season until he can't play football. And if it's beyond the manager as to why he's leaving the club, now you sell him for 8 years. Just as simple as that. The only problem with Curtis Jones is because he's a Scouser, he's probably not going to go to another Premier League team. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's that part of it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is why I said I didn't mind. I wouldn't have minded a little Edison. We weren't even linked to him, but I wouldn't have minded something like that. Because
it would have just made sense for what you need, bro, because you need volume.
Yeah, we'll probably try and put up a fight for an Alex Scott type of player. But I feel like there's man out there. There's man out there. Do you know what I'm saying? There are guys out there in other leagues that can do a job. I know there's debate ones like Stiller. Do you know what I'm saying? There's debate ones. You could even say who's the black you that you lot want? 40 million that you lot want. Sangare. I know I can't really say that's an undercover one anymore. I feel like that one's quite known now.
Yeah, he's a baller.
There's midfielders out there that can just do a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like before you man signed Sabitzer, that's a player that could before he actually, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A type of player. Like I looked at Danny Ceballos. Someone just said in the chat, Danny Ceballos when he went back to Real Madrid. And look how much better he looked for Real Madrid than he did at Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's all about the timing. People talk about Lamine Kamara.
Kamara's being linked with Newcastle, I think, as a Guimaraes replacement.
And they'll sell him for 80 million in a couple of years.
Something
like that. Some shit like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You've got Kone, French one. You got Kone. You know, you got Kefram Turam. I don't think he even made the squad.
He's a good player, Turam, man.
Say again?
He's a good player, Turam. I like him.
Yeah. Like there's plenty of, and do you know what it is? These are the 40 million guys.
That's
what they are.
They're the 40 million guys that you bring in, as squad options, but they could force their way into the team because they're talented. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Because at this rate,
that's like 35 million pounds. Do you know what I mean? 40 million euro thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is the thing with a lot of these players. There's probably a couple man at like Celta Vigo. You know what I'm saying? Right,
all these teams.
There's probably there's probably a couple man at Celta Vigo that, you know, there's that youth that plays for Villarreal that I think is cold. Come on against Arsenal, FOOTY. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's couple man, but I get it and I understand the Premier League thing. I'm not gonna act like that's not a thing. I'm not gonna act like it's stupid or whatever. But bro, there are men out there, and I just feel like rather than pay the exclusive money all the time, why don't we just go and take their scouts?
Bruv, that's it. And do it. And also just do it in bulk as well. United should be going and signing Sangare and Kamara, both of them. And they could get both of them for 70 million euros, blood. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you look at our midfield, bro.
Just sign both of them.
How did our midfield become a Premier League winning midfield? Remember, in one window, we signed Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch, and Endo.
Oh, yeah.
The highest was 65 M's. That's the most expensive one.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Which one of them came from the Premier League apart from McAllister? You see what I'm saying? It's only McAllister.
And you got him on the low as well because there's some clause or something, Yeah,
the hidden release clause. So you look at that and go, out of them four, it didn't scream star power. Maybe the most star power one you saw probably Szoboszlai because he was like the young 21-year-old battering ram that's captain in Hungary. You know what I mean? Tonali type beat. But it became a Premier League winning midfield, bro. And even challenged for the league immediately. Immediately. Challenge for the league. As soon as the legs got replaced from Hendo, Fab, Wijnaldum, Keita.
Yeah, but this is why profiles are also important, and that's why your team needs to have an identity as to how they want to play, and then bring in a manager that can fulfill that. Because then this is when you can make these transitions. Because you can bring in players. When you've got someone like Klopp, where you've already got a style of play and a culture that's embedded in the team, it's easy to do that then, because now you can identify what a Klopp player is. You can identify a Klopp player. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, a lot of teams don't have that now. You're trying to get back to that maybe with Iriola. Maybe you're trying to get back to that. Maybe they can identify what an Iriola player is. So it will be interesting. But then, for instance, you man were linked with Adam Wharton, but he's definitely not an Iriola player. Like, I wouldn't look at Adam Wharton and say that the high intensity pressing football is an Adam Wharton game, which then takes Adam Wharton out of the equation. But he's a very, very good midfielder, and he's someone that would improve Liverpool's midfield tenfold. So
No,
yes, so a bit of a mad one. So it'd be interesting to see who your manager goes for. I believe you will be interested in Alex Scott because he's already played for him. Do you know what I'm saying? But if it's between us and you lot, I expect Alex Scott to sign for us. So it will be interesting. Do you know what I mean? Like, it'd be very, very interesting to see where you target, what positions you target to strengthen, and who you target. But just being linked to wide players is a bit mad right now. You know what I'm saying? Because you need to replace Konate, even Virgil. Like, man don't know how he's gonna hold up for the whole season. And then, bro, your midfield, like, there's rumors that McAllister could be leaving, so that means you'd have to replace him. Brother, it's mad. It's mad. I can't even lie.
This is, bro. This is
So
it,
mad.
man.
Obviously, Robbo's left as well, but you've got, I guess you got Simicast, haven't you, and Thingy.
Yeah,
Simicast still at the club?
Yeah, he's back now. Yeah, he's
Okay,
back
so
now.
maybe you'll just keep Simicast.
He'll keep Simicast. We'll keep Gomez for another year to kind of back up everything else that's going on there. That's the way it will be. Do you know what I'm saying? I think the way I see it is that it's still 5 signings minimum because you lost 3. You know what I'm saying? Chiesa, Salah, Robbo, Konate, 4. Endo probably goes 5. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. I hear it. It's a
And
lot,
I
man.
love this aggressive front style of football, but it's a bit different when you have Robbo, Van Dijk, Matip.
Yeah, but
Alisson.
also, that's what I'm saying. I don't think you have the players to play the style of football that the manager wants. Even to a certain degree, yeah. You got Ekitike and Isak, and it's like, cool. They're mobile players. But, brother, I can't see Isak just running man down on a mad thing, bro. That's not
you might get the Sturridge treatment. And the second the player that chases someone down gets brought in, he gets taken out.
Yeah, because he don't look like that kind of player, bro. Florian Wirtz has got the work rate to play for that manager because he works anyway. But when you look at the Liverpool team, yeah, it's like it's more suited to
Even
maybe.
Leo don't press.
Yeah, it's more suited to build up, and do you know what I mean? What they were building the team more in the profile of the previous manager, which was kind of more possession based, get behind the ball, and now man want to do the front foot heavy metal thing. But then it's back to the scouting. You're going back to the data, and you're looking at completely different players now.
Yeah, and you got to mold the rest of the players around the squad and just phase them out in due time and so well. I don't know, man. I'm still very much like at a crossroads of it myself. I need to see a preseason. I need to see who we bring in. It's going to be a big summer for Liverpool because we still have good players. We still have quality players and stuff, but it's going to be very dependent on how things translate. That's pretty much the buzzword for the summer for Liverpool. It's how everything translates. I think Liverpool do have possession players and heavy metal players, but which side do you go now? Obviously, we're going to go to the heavy metal side, but when it comes to the possession style, on the slot, we leaned too much on the possession and we didn't do anything in games.
Yeah, you went too far the other way.
Yeah, there was no threat.
Yeah, but that's why the way you played football in the first season, you kind of saw there were a lot of goals that were Klopp-esque goals that blatantly were just because the coaching hadn't really sunk in yet. You know them?
Yeah.
That's
we
all
beat
it
Real
was.
Madrid. We punched up Real Madrid this season. That was the most Jurgen Klopp performance I'd seen in time.
Yeah.
Like, Anfield was rocking and these men just passioned them to death.
Yeah.
Was there quality in there? Yeah, of course. Yes, there was quality, but I'm saying we passioned them to the point where like, yo, this is dead. And then the manager come out and said, I didn't really want to win like that.
I hear it.
Fuck out of my club, man.
Yeah, it's mental. You know
Honestly,
what I
I
mean?
could have lost. I could have lost Rio because of this prick.
Nah, I hear it, bro. This is how we felt. This is how we felt with the Amarim situation. So I hear you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean. At the top of the show, like man said, like I made it abundantly clear, guys. Yeah, like when Eric Ten Hag left, man was so happy. Yeah, that Ten Hag left. Man was more happy that Ten Hag left than happy that Amarim came in. Do you know what I mean? That's not to say, yeah, that man wasn't optimistic about the new manager coming in, but the facts are, yeah, if Eric Ten Hag wasn't so bad, bro, we would have been happy with just about anyone. That's the reality. There wasn't really a manager that could come in, yeah, that would have made me say, actually, let's keep Ten Hag. Not even Southgate. Like literally, like Ten Hag was so bad for me, yeah, that I don't think any manager could have been worse than Eric Ten Hag staying. No manager. What's that?
Yeah, the Bernardo thing's done, pretty much done.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you're looking at what Ten Hag actually did, yeah, and the way he lost the dressing room and the way that he had us feeling, anyone would have been better than him. Anyone would have been better than him, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reality. So, bun Eric Ten Hag, bro. This is what man need to understand. And even though Amarim ended up being worse than Eric Ten Hag, at the time we didn't know that. At the time we didn't know that. Do you see what I'm saying? So, because we didn't know that, all we can do is keep it all the way 100, innit? It's like Eric Ten Hag was, bruv, the bottom. It was the bottom of the barrel, blood. It was the bottom of the barrel, fam. So it just is what it is, innit? Like, and it will be the same. Obviously, Liverpool have a better quality manager in Iriola than Ruben Amorim. So I expect him to do. I don't expect him to flop at Liverpool. I don't expect him to flop. I just think that Liverpool squad has so much work to do. You're asking for miracles if you think that Iriola is just going to come in, hit the ground running, and all of a sudden Liverpool are challenging for the league. There's way too many holes in that squad for me. Do you know what I mean? There's way too much quality that needs to be replaced for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's not just replacing Mo Salah. There's no quality on the wings anyway. Gakpo's not up to the level. Obviously, Rio's a good player, but he's not a player they're going to be relying on for the whole season. So you're looking at, I don't even know if they keep Gakpo, but it's just one of them things where players like that, they're not up to the level, bro. They're not up to the level. And people can say what they want about Man United, but we're the only team in the league with 3 attackers that scored more than 10 goals in the league. The only team. So when it comes to attack, we got something right. We actually got something right. So it's one of them things where, like, these men have a lot to do. They have a lot to do all over the pitch.
I do hear it still, man. It's going to be a very interesting one, man. I think the season coming up is going to be so reliant. I think the World Cup's just coming at a time where I think the transfer window would have been even heavier right now. If there weren't no World Cup this year, bro, I think the World Cup would have been, I think the transfer window would have been getting so spicy. Like, genuinely.
Do you know I hear it. Like, Real Madrid have signed 3 players before the World Cup, but bro, Real Madrid have to. But guys need to understand, yeah, Real Madrid, their man just finished an election with their thing, and my man has to flex his muscles now and show everyone that they're serious. You know them one. Like, that's what they need to do, bro. Remember, they just had he was just running for re-election the other day, and he was talking about signing a Galactico and all these things. Do you know what I mean? And putting a Bandulu bid for Alvarez. So of course he's got to flex his muscles and do the Bernardo Silva thing, bro. He's desperate right now. Do you know what I'm saying? He's desperate to make a statement.
I can't lie. It's a bit funny that these man, he promised 150 million bid, and the first name they're seeing is a 30-something-year-old Bernardo. Though, let me shut my mouth in it.
But this is what I'm trying to say, bro. He's a general, bro.
Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? You know when the man that order something off Amazon, like, and it's just something different just arrives, bro. Like, it's just looking mad, isn't it?
Like, brother, he literally has to deliver big, yeah, just because of the pressure on him.
No, it's true. It's true, bro.
You know what I mean? So guys, I don't know. We'll
Like,
see, innit?
I
We'll
don't know,
keep an
man.
eye on this Sangare thing. He's a baller for sure, 30, like 100%. Like I'm 100%. Yeah, I'm 100% behind the signing if it does happen. He's a very, very good player. So
Yeah, I know Bernardo's quality, by the way. So you don't think I'm not
yeah,
saying
Bernardo's a
Bernardo,
baller, and especially in that
but
league as well. Yeah, his physicality
yeah,
will translate well. Do you know
but
what I'm saying?
it's like I don't know, like it's like all of my guys have just got PS5s, and I'm just leaving secondary school, and then like when it's my time to get my console, I get like I don't know, like them Bandulu things with like 5 games on it from the market. It's got 5 games and it's got like 2 buttons.
No,
But
I
yes,
hear it. Nah, bro, it's crazy, man. So the games are already downloaded on the thing is mad.
yeah, like it's
Man
already
said
there.
built-in games is crazy. You know what I mean? So
No, please, isn't it?
nah,
Yeah.
nah, it happens, bro. Do you know what I mean? So, bro, listen, brother, get man Sangare, bro. Man can get man Sangare, Scott and Fernandez. That's what I'm saying, and just send Mason Mount out on loan to get his wages off. I can't lie, because bro, it's one of them ones where I think we can negotiate down a price for Scott, and I believe Fernandez is happening anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So go get man Sangare, yeah, on a cheap thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
The quick thing.
So yeah, just do it, bro. Do you know what I mean? If it's that price, we can afford an extra one. Really. We can afford an extra one, bro. And then we can move on Mason Mount and free up that number 7 for Illiman and Jai, blood. That's what we need to do, blood. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. We're gonna see people. What you got coming up? Have you got any shows later?
Yeah, I got a little transfer show now for like 45 minutes. I run that. And then
Wicked. Is it scheduled, yeah?
Yeah, scheduled. Yeah, I'm gonna drop a little Lewis Hall video probably either tomorrow morning or tonight. It just depends. Depending. I know the World Cup starts at 9, so
Come on.
you might get the Lewis Hall video tomorrow morning.
You already know what time it is. Yeah, bro. Mount to Coventry. We pray, man. Send him to his father. You get me?
To send it to his father.
But send him, bro. You get me? That's what we need. You know what I mean? So nah, man. Listen. I big up everyone inside, innit? Make sure you get these lights up as well. Make sure you subscribe to Big Six Bands. The link is in the title, people. You already know what time it is. I am watching the World Cup today. Man, we'll have the game on in the background, innit? I'll be over on Twitch probably in about 9 p.m, bro. Do you know what I mean? So big up everyone inside. And yeah, man, I'll see you.